everyone, and once again it is Finn here, that is of course FYNN, and it is time for my Premier League match week 16 predictions. Now of course, if you do not know, I'm still away. I'm actually coming back a day or two after this video is up. I'm coming back from my holiday on the 7th, and this is of course pre-recorded. This is recorded itself on the day Jose Mourinho has been announced as Spurs manager, so it is about 2 weeks earlier or a week earlier. And yeah, I just have to say that just so that you know, I'm basing this off of the form back then, and if anything major changes in the next week or two, I won't be too aware of it. But yeah, this is quite a hectic week, and Christmas is coming once again. As I said, put Christmas video suggestions in the comment section down below. And I want to ask you guys before I get into this video, next year, in the next month or two, by the time this video comes out, I will try and upload FIFA gameplay. And I wanted to ask you guys if you guys would like FIFA gameplay, and second of all, what team do you guys think I should do a career mode on? I want you guys to put in the comment section down below what team you think I should do a career mode on, whether it's the obvious Manchester United because I'm a United fan, whether it's Spurs because they have a new manager, or if there's another team in another league you guys want me to manage, put that in the comment section down below. But guys, let's get straight into this. This game is going to be Everton versus Chelsea, and look, at the current moment of recording, Silva's still the Everton manager. I don't know if it will be different by then, hopefully not, so that this is still accurate. But yeah, it's going to be a very close game, I feel, even though Everton haven't been in the best of form, you know. But I'm still going to give it to Chelsea. Although they are away, I'm going to give it a 2-1 to Chelsea. I'd like to give them a 3-1 or that, but I can't consistently see them getting so many goals. Yeah, and I can still see them conceding goals because their defense is horrible. And I'm a Manchester United fan, and I can say that they definitely need new defense in the transfer window, which is just around the corner. And it's going to be so interesting to see who teams like Chelsea or other teams like Arsenal buy in their defense, if they even improve that. Let's hope they do. Second game is Bournemouth versus Liverpool. Liverpool are away. Once again, I actually started this by saying it's only going to be a 1-0 win to Liverpool, although they are away. But I'm going to give it a very comfortable 3-0 win. I can just see, but just with the kind of depth that Liverpool have, and just by the kind of strength they have throughout their whole squad, I can definitely see Liverpool running away with it. And once again, this is just a few weeks before the transfer window by the time you guys will see this, and it will be interesting to see if Liverpool actually go through with the Ryan Fraser from Bournemouth, if they go through with that transfer. But if you ask me, I think Ryan Fraser is actually just a B-Tech Shaqiri. That could just be my opinion on that. But yeah, I just see Liverpool as a totally stronger team. I know, big surprise, I think Liverpool's better than Bournemouth. But yeah, I have to definitely give this one to Liverpool with a 3-0 away win. Spurs versus Burnley. Now, it's going to be a very tricky one because I haven't seen how well Mourinho does do. But you know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of a doubt, and I'm going to say that Spurs' fuel will burn strong versus Burnley. Yeah, I definitely can see Mourinho having a big impact. Hopefully I am correct about this. I think they're going to get a very strong 3-1 win away. And normally I would give him more because I know Mourinho is an excellent defensive manager if he has the correct defense, which Spurs does have. But of course, they still don't have that. They still don't have Hugo Lloris in goal after that injury, and they still have that goalkeeper whose name I will not say because, as I always say, I will be called a racist, and I do not want that on my channel. Please, YouTube, do not flag me, please. But yeah, I definitely do have to say Spurs are the obvious winners in this one. Hopefully, obviously, if Pochettino was there, I would say it's a different story. It could have been a 1-1, or even Spurs could have only won by 1 goal. But I have faith in Mourinho's ability at Spurs. Watford versus Crystal Palace. Now, of course, Watford have been in terrible form. I mean, I don't have to be the one to show you that. You guys just have to look at the table. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just an obvious Crystal Palace one for me. I'm going to say, although it is away for Crystal Palace, I think they're going to only win by 1 goal. It's going to be a 2-3 to Crystal Palace, and I think they're going to be very happy with the result that they do get over Watford. But yeah, once again, as I said, Watford do have the potential to have a very good attack. Of course, they haven't performed at all, but the kind of players that they do have, you do expect them to get maybe not even mid-table, but at least out of the relegation zone. You do kind of expect that from them. But yeah, Crystal Palace, just in my eyes, a very obvious stronger choice. Of course, they're just outperforming what I expected so far in this Premier League season. Manchester City versus Manchester United, the two sides of Manchester United together, and it's just going to be such an amazing game. I'm coming back from my holiday on the day of this match, and hopefully I'll get to see it, and I really want to see Manchester United versus Manchester City. Of course, Manchester City are at home at the Etihad Stadium, so of course all 5 fans are going to be watching them, which to them is a filled out stadium. Obviously that's a joke, but I can't give it to anyone else except Manchester City. But before I tell you what my prediction is going to be score-wise, I'm going to say no matter how good one team is compared to the other, it's always closer than we do think. Manchester City versus Manchester United, because of that rivalry, it's always so close. Same with United versus Liverpool. Although Liverpool's miles ahead of United, it was still a very close match. It ended up in a draw because there's that passion in that rivalry. I think similar situation between City and United, but City is going to win 3-2. It's going to be very close because we've seen that they've been pretty close the last few times they've faced each other. And I remember about a year ago, it was quite funny when United got that 3-2 win over City with that Smalling goal. The funniest thing is about 9 months later, 4 or 5 of the United players actually had children, their wives gave birth. So let's just say if United have any chance in winning this, they're going to get lucky. Villa versus Leicester. Now, of course, I have lots of faith in Villa. I really like Villa. Once again, as I said, if I do a career mode, I would absolutely love to do Villa as an option if you guys wanted that. I think they've got a very good team, lots of great youth in their team. I really like Wesley, Grealish and all that. But look, Leicester have just been on fire form, and I have to say, King Power, I'm giving it to the Kings, Leicester. Definitely, without a doubt, just the stronger team overall. I can't see it going any other way. I think Ben Chilwell, I would give him at least the second best left back in the league, or at least one of them. I really do. If it wasn't for Robertson, I would say Chilwell's had the best season as a left back so far in the Premier League season. He's just so amazing. Vardy, of course, hitting the form of his life past the age of 30, which no one really expected, and I'm so happy to see that. So I'm going to give it a 3-1 win to Leicester. Although it is away for them, I can just see Leicester really just, as I said, even though they are quite a bit ahead behind Liverpool, I still have to give it to Leicester in the Premier League. If any team had to catch up, it would be them. Newcastle versus Southampton. Now, of course, this is a very tricky one because, I mean, Steve Bruce, of course, he hasn't done that well with Newcastle. I doubt anything's going to change that drastically between the time of recording and the time the video goes out. But I'm going to give it to Steve Bruce's men over Southampton because Southampton really are just struggling as a whole. And I think game by game, although you say, well, the chances of them improving are surely getting higher, I mean, I think their confidence level is dropping fast. I just really don't see a way out for them, and I have to give it to Newcastle at home especially. It's going to be a 2-1 win for Newcastle in my opinion. Norwich versus Sheffield. Now, originally I had this written down as a 2-1 to Norwich. But look, even though it's away, and I say that about all the away wins that I write down for some reason, although it is away, I'm still going to give it to Sheffield just because more players are in form at Sheffield, at the time of recording at least. And I really just see, look, although there are some really strong players at Norwich, there are just, I think, more players in form at Sheffield, and that's why I think Sheffield away are going to get a 2-1 win, and it's going to be a very close one between the two newly promoted teams. Brighton versus Wolves. Now, of course, as I said, Brighton have got a hectic November and December, and I think they're going to be absolutely dead by this time of year. I mean, Jake Paul might as well make a video on it. It's going to be that dead. But in all seriousness, I'm going to give it to Wolves. I'm going to say it's going to be a 2-0 to them, even though it is away. I just view Wolves as a stronger team as a whole, and I really do view them as more in form than Brighton. And of course, I don't think Wolves will be as tired. I really do think they are the more strong team with more stamina in them. West Ham versus Arsenal. Now, of course, Arsenal haven't been in the greatest form either, and they're probably like, you know what, why didn't we sack Unai Emery and get Mourinho instead? That sounded like a much better offer than just keeping Unai Emery. But anyway, no matter what you think of Unai Emery, good evening. I do have to say Arsenal are still going to win this one. I think it's going to be a 2-1 away win, although I do see potential in West Ham at home, possibly getting a result, or at least like a draw from them. But it's going to be very tricky for Arsenal, because apparently both Lacazette and Aubameyang could both reject new contract offers, which, by the way, if they lose both those attackers, they are in some deep trouble. I really do think they're going to struggle without those two attackers. But at the end of the day, all I have to say is I hope Liverpool don't totally run away with the league, because I mean, as a United fan, as my biggest rivals, for them to win the league for the first time, I mean, it would hurt a bit, but for them to become only the second team in Premier League history to be an invincible team, that would hurt me a lot. But you know what, Liverpool are a good team and you have to give it to them. But yeah, it's going to be interesting just to see how everything plays out as a whole. Once again, as I said, if you guys want me to play FIFA and you guys have a specific career mode team you want me to play as, put that down in the comment section below. And yeah, guys, I really hope you have enjoyed the series. Once again, trying to hit 300 subscribers by the end of this year, and I would really appreciate your guys' help. But guys, I hope every single one of you have an amazing week. And yeah, I love every single one of you. Stay awesome, Finn, FYNN. Cheers.